Um, Second, in my second series of the Drive-By Gospel, we talked about fruit. Last time we talked about preaching. We talked about our response to the gospel should be that our hearts break with people. Well, if your heart breaks with people, you're going to want to go out and you're going to want to witness to these people. The key to being able to witnessing is to not be discouraged if you're not seeing the same kind of people saved that guy down there is. The Bible talks about in, I believe it's Matthew 13, the parable of the sower that sowed his seed everywhere, and some fell on this bad ground, sunny ground, and thistles and all this stuff, and then you had the kind that fell on the good ground. You notice that some had 100-fold, some 60, some 30. Well, not everybody's going to be able to reach the same kind or the same amount of people. And regardless, or not so much regardless, I guess depending on where God has placed you, really is going to depend on how many people you're able to reach. Some people groups in some areas in the United States, in some areas even in the same city, have different sensitivities to the gospel of Jesus Christ. You're not going to go out and reach 500 really, really rich people right off the bat, and you're not going to go out and reach 10,000 extremely poor people off the bat. If you're going to go to prison, you might see more people get saved in the prison than you will at a youth rally. You might see more people get saved in Brazil than you will in Belgium. You're going to see different kinds because you have different mentalities, different people. Which brings me to my next thing, which is something I hope to talk about in subsequent videos about the free will of man and the ability to choose. We're going to get to that later. But I just want to encourage you, once we have developed a proper biblical response, as we talked about in the last video, when we go out, not to be discouraged when we go forth bearing precious seed. They still need to hear it. They still need to hear it. And just because you don't see 5 souls get saved the first time you go out soul winning, doesn't mean you should stop. And doesn't mean you should even slow down. Still pray for souls. Still try to see souls get saved.